Hi guys, so for my presentation, it is all about the human brain. I'm going to be talking about how our brain works and how much of our brain we actually use. So in this video, it's all about the brain's capacity. So there's been multiple questions asked about how much of our brain's capacity we actually use. And the most common answer is only 10%. That's right. It is said that humans only use 10% of their brain's capacity. However, when you think about it, using only 10%, us humans have done some pretty extraordinary things. It is also said that if we were to unlock more of our brain's capacity, then we would acquire mental abilities. For instance, if we were to unlock 20%, then we would be able to have full control over our own cells. At 40%, we would have control over matter. 50 to 60%, we would have control over others. 7 to 80%, we would have control over time itself. And finally, if we were to unlock 100% of our brain's capacity, then we will be able to control
our imagination.
The whole humans using only 10% of our brain's capacity is wrong. Us humans actually use the majority of our brain the majority of the time. Almost all of our brain's capacity is being used even when the most simplest of tasks: walking, running, riding. Over the course of 2 to 3 days, we will actually use every single portion of our brain's capacity, and that's about 100 billion neurons. Information runs between each neuron in our brain for everything we see, think, touch, smell, and do. Our information can pass between those neurons up to a speed of 250 miles per hour. The human brain is like a computer. It takes in and sends out signals throughout the whole body. The brain is separated into two hemispheres, the right and the left. The left hemisphere of the brain controls the right side of the body, along with speech and abstract thinking, whereas the right hemisphere of the brain controls the left side of the body, along with imagery. We use our brain's capacity when we are awake, when we are sleeping, and even when we are dead. I know that wasn't what you were expecting, but it's true. When we die, we know that we are gone because our brain keeps functioning and it knows what is happening to us. Dr. Sam Panarla has been studying consciousness after death. He examines what happens to the brain after death to improve resuscitation and to prevent brain injuries while restarting the heart. Cardiac arrest survivors were aware of what was going on around them while they were dead, seeing doctors trying to save them or hearing conversations before being brought back to life. In conclusion, we use the majority of our brain's capacity all of the time, even after death. Our brains are complex and they work in the most outstanding ways, so it is in our best interest to nurture, care for, hydrate, and even exercise our brains to keep them healthy.